This is a modern fable of the big city. It's about a swinging bachelor with a problem. His boss.
I'm sorry, Peter. I believe in married executives. No marriage, no promotion.
He shared this problem with his friend, a hat-check girl.
It's too bad you can't do what I do to protect myself in this place.
What's that?
Pretend you're married.
And did she give him an idea?
Yeah. Greta, you have given me the solution to my problem. A make-believe wife. That's the answer for my boss.
Peter, you must be out of your mind.
No, Greta, I mean it. I want you to be my wife. Occasionally.
So she went on salary as his occasional wife. And they set up housekeeping. Peter in his apartment on the 7th floor, and Greta in her apartment on the 9th floor. To the lasting confusion of the fellow in between. In this busy world, countless momentous events are occurring. Someone is roaring into space. Someone is committing a crime. Someone is making an important decision of state. Someone is earning a fortune. And in the office of Brahms Baby Foods Incorporated, Peter Christopher is hiring his first private, all-his-own secretary. With the hindrance of Gregory, the personnel manager.
Sensational. I think she's just sensational, and I vote that we,
What?
I vote we hire her.
Typing does leave a little something to be desired. If you'll forgive me. Dear, spelled as in the animal whose antlers adorn so many fireplaces. Dear Master Cartwright, meaning Cartwright. Amen, 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 amen. Meaning?
Oh, I never X out. I M and N out. I think it's neater.
In regard to your letter dated the 1st of March, need I say more?
Gregory, do you realize that this splendid creature was Miss Orange Grove?
I didn't think she was Miss Accurate Typing.
Gregory, think of the office morale. I mean, her desk is going to be out there where all can gaze and feel refreshed.
Supposing you need a letter typed.
She's just a little nervous today, aren't you, dear? But she'll be glad to practice nights, won't you, Miss Orange Grove?
Yes, sir. I'll do anything but eat another orange.
Cheer up, Peter. Gregory will find you an efficient secretary yet. Well, she's efficient.
That's it. She's fabulous. Fabulous.
Now, Gregory, just wait.
Miss Woodward. Miss Woodward.
Gregory.
Miss Woodward.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I just love to type.
Look at that. Letter perfect at the rate of 150 words a minute.
Just dandy, but,
And she takes shorthand at 180.
Oh, well, that cinches it. She's not for me.
Why not?
Well, Greg, you may not have noticed it, but actually I'm a very slow talker, and a girl with a rate of 180 words would just be wasted on me.
I suppose I could adjust my sights downward.
Oh, no. I could never ask a girl of your caliber to sink to my level. Why, you should be secretary to an empire builder or a president or, Dear Abby.
I swear I don't know what you want in a girl.
Well, for a starter, how about a girl that doesn't wear sensible shoes?
Now there's a girl who seems to be, well, qualified.
So that's the reason I couldn't bring a resume, because I've never had a job, so I brought my diploma from secretarial school.
Well, I'm afraid...
Just a minute, Greg. Oh, I see here, Miss Marcy. You graduated with honors, huh?
Yes, sir.
Whatever that means.
I was the best in my class.
In what, may I ask?
Everything.
Terrific, right, Greg?
Well, I'd like to see a little more than hearsay evidence.
Oh, well, here, I have a transcript of my grades.
Oh, nothing but A's, huh? Oh, I don't even think we have to test this one, Greg. For my money, she's it.
All right, Peter. Have it your way.
Well, I'm certainly going to try.
Hello? Oh, hello, Mrs. Brahms. Well, I'm just as sorry as I can be, but I'm afraid tomorrow's out of the... Oh, no, I understand, but you see, Of course, but... Yes, Mrs. Brahms. I'll be there tomorrow, 2 o'clock sharp. Goodbye.
Portrait of a very angry woman turning into an irresistible force. Portrait of a very happy man who'd better turn into a very movable object.
Peter Christopher, I want to talk to you.
Well, I have some news for you, too. You are looking at a very big man.
And you were looking at a girl with a very big beef.
Yeah. Hey, get this. As of today, I have my very own, very pretty private secretary. And don't be surprised if Mr. Brahms consults me on the Cartwright account, which happens to be one of our biggest.
I can't remember when I've been quite so impressed.
Okay, what's bugging you?
I have been summoned to meet Mrs. Brahms tomorrow for a gathering of the executive wives for a cleaner city.
So, what do you got against cleaner cities?
I happen to have a massive crush on a divine teacher, and because of your boss's wife, I'm going to have to miss this class.
I'm sorry, Greta, really I am.
I'm almost inconsolable.
Uh-huh. Well, I get the distinct impression that negotiations are about to begin.
You're so perceptive.
Well, give it to me gently, because I'm not a well man.
There's a divine hat in Whitbun's window, $23.50.
$23.50. Greta, you know, I'm just a poor, struggling, hard-working, itty-bitty junior executive.
Where'd he go?
Who?
That very big man with his very own private, pretty secretary who was going to be consulted on that very big Cartwright account.
Oh, no, he must cut out when we weren't looking.
Peter,
Huh?
no Hattie, no meeting.
Greta, would you accept a counteroffer?
I'm nothing if not fair-minded.
How about $10 and a 3-minute call to your mother?
Would you make it 6 minutes? My mother's pretty talkative.
You use the egg timer, huh?
Negotiations have just been completed.
Yes, well, nice of you to meet me halfway, Gret.
My pleasure, Pete. Oh, Peter. Good luck with your new secretary. You can take that any way you like.
And would you like to know why I want all 2,000 markets in the Cartwright chain to be exclusively stocked with Brahms baby food?
Why, Mr. Cartwright?
I like to think it's because you approve of our product, Addison.
Oh, I do, Max. I do. None better. But it is also because of the kind of company you run. Fine, clean, wholesome family men.
Well, Peter here was our last bachelor, but I took care of that, didn't I, son?
Yes, sir, you certainly did.
Marriage and the sanctity of the home. That is the ultimate strength of America.
My words exactly.
Yes, he says that all the time. Well, if you're through with me, sir, I do have a new secretary that I'd like to get acquainted, I want to acquaint with her duties.
Well, don't let us hold you, Peter.
Very nice meeting you, Mr. Cartwright.
Thank you. And I'm looking forward to meeting your new wife sometime in the near future.
Thank you, sir.
Fine young man.
Good business head on his shoulders, and a devoted husband. Why, Peter wouldn't give Sophia Loren a second look.
But since his secretary is Cynthia and not Sophia, Peter's doing quite a bit of looking.
Well, come with me, Miss March.
Oh, yes, sir.
And, shall I take a letter? Okay. There. Dear sir, your order for a gross of Brahms pureed bacon banana left our warehouse yesterday on the 25th. Am I too fast for you, Miss March?
Oh, no, sir. I don't think so.
Ah, good. Let's see now. I would like to suggest that you try our newest combo, liver applesauce.
Mr. Christopher, may I ask you a question?
My dear, I would like you to feel free to ask me anything at any time.
Have you ever tasted liver applesauce?
Yes, it's very good if you like liver applesauce. Yes.
Peter!
Ah, Mr. Brahms.
The Cartwright deal is all set except for signing the contracts, and they'll be ready after lunch.
Very good, sir.
Now, I want you to get started arranging delivery dates.
Well, I'm sure that with the help of my new secretary, we'll have them arranged in no time. Mr. Brahms, Miss March.
How do you do, sir?
Well, it's certainly a pleasure meeting you, Miss March. And may I say you'll make a fine addition to the staff of Brahms Baby Food Incorporated.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
Yes, very fine indeed.
And efficient.
What'd you think I meant?
Oh, well, that she was efficient. I'm just agreeing with you, sir.
Good, good. Well, I'll see you later.
Well, now, let's see. Where were we?
Newest combo liver applesauce.
Yes. The majority of our test babies found it to be quite tasty. Yours truly, etc., etc.
I'll have this typed up for you in no time at all.
Oh, no. Next order of business is lunch. I want you to call Jacques and make a reservation for 2.
For you and Mr. Brahms.
No, for me and, Miss March.
Oh, and Mr. Christopher!
Lunch for
the boss in a restaurant like this is really something. I mean, they never prepared us for anything like at secretarial school.
Well, no need to worry, my dear. You're doing fine, just fine.
Do you, eat here all the time?
Oh, no, not always. Sometimes I just grab a bite at the coffee shop around the corner. It's quick.
Would you care for something at the bar, sir?
No, thank you. Yes, I would. I'd like a martini on the rocks, and tell the bartender to just wave the vermouth over it, please.
Yes, sir. And for the lady?
Oh, I don't think I should.
Oh, go ahead. Have a martini.
I never had one before.
Well, it's time that you did. Boss's orders. Martini for the lady, please.
Very good.
This is so exciting. At secretarial school, I heard all about bosses who had martinis at lunch.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh, there's one of Brahms' junior executives, Peter Christopher. And that must be his new wife. That's what I like to see, Evangeline. A wholesome, young, American married couple.
I imagine they'll be starting their own little family soon.
That's right. Little Americans by big Americans for a bigger America.
Oh, Addison, you do have a way of putting things.
Well, thank you, Evangeline. When I go back to sign the contracts, I'm going to have to drop by young Christopher's office, congratulate him on his choice.
This is sometimes called Indian wrestling for the jet set. But in this case, let's just say the condemned man had a hearty martini.
Certainly didn't enjoy that martini.
Good, good.
Better than liver applesauce any day.
Well, one thing you can say in favor of liver applesauce, it doesn't give you the hiccups.
That is a very true thing you just said, Mr. Christopher. You're a very smart man. Did you know that?
I sometimes wonder.
Oh! I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm working so late. I'll have this timed up for you in no time at all.
Hello, Mr. Cartwright. Nice to see you. Be with you in a moment, sir. The letter can wait. The supply closet's a mess. See what you can do about it, huh?
Right. What shall I do about it?
Inspect it. Oh, had to give my secretary some instructions. Back sign those contracts, are you, sir?
Yes, and to compliment you on your taste in the fair sex. It is excellent, my boy.
It is?
Oh, come on now. There's no need to be so modest about it.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
She's really quite a dish, if I may put it that way.
She, yes, quite a dish.
I was going to tell her so myself at the restaurant, but then I didn't want to interrupt anything.
Restaurant, sir?
Lunch at Jacques. Oh, my, you are up in the air, but then I don't blame you. Not with a wife like that, I don't.
Yes, of course. Wife, lunch, Jacques.
Oh, was that your secretary?
Yes, yes, sir. Miss March, I want you to make a complete written inventory of our supplies.
Do you think maybe she wants to get out?
Out? Of course she wants to get out and take that inventory. Hates inventory. Why? I keep telling her, Miss March, I keep saying, if we are careful with our supplies, if we do not waste paper, do not throw away pencils more than 2 inches long, and use our erasers very gently, why we can pass those savings on to our customers, such as yourself, sir.
By George, I can see why Brahms has such high hopes for you, Peter.
Well, I just try to do my best day to day. I think I'd better give Miss March a hand.
Yes. Well, goodbye, and be sure and give your wife my very best.
Yes, well, I'll tell her right out the moment I get home.
You better do something about that door, Mr. Christopher. It sticks.
Why, were you tugging at it?
I wanted to tell you that your supply closet is locked.
Yes, well, that's the filing cabinet. The supply closet's over there.
Oh. You know, it must have been something I ate. Because first I was walking in that wiggly way, you know. And now I'm having an awful hard time focusing. It's very strange.
Who is it?
Greta?
Greta? Greta, I want you to meet my new secretary, Cynthia. Cynthia, this is Greta. Old Army buddy.
Old Army buddy?
Shh, the baby is sleeping. I want you to go in that closet and close the door.
Close the door.
Yes, that's the only way to really rest your eyes. Total darkness. Why, I myself spend 15 minutes a day in that closet resting my eyes, and see how clear they are?
They look pretty bloodshot to me. Do you always keep your secretaries in the closet?
Yes, that way I always know where they are. What are you doing here?
Meeting Mrs. Brahms, I told you last night.
You didn't tell me you were meeting her here.
Well, we're having our meeting in the conference room.
Here, in the conference room, down the hall?
Right down the hall.
Oh, Greta, you know, I've been thinking, it really isn't fair, me asking you to spend your daytime pretending to be my wife, so why don't you just run along to your class and, on the way, buy yourself that hat you want.
You sure changed your tune pretty quickly.
Well, if you don't want it.
I want, but what about Mrs. Brahms?
Oh, you just forget about that little old meeting and you just have yourself a good time. And don't you worry about Mrs. Brahms, because I'm going to give her one of my foolproof excuses that never fail to...
Oh.
Ah, Mrs. Brahms, nice to see you. You know, Greta's been telling me about all that good work you've been doing.
How sweet, Greta.
Well, I know Greta's really looking forward to this meeting. You just have yourself a good time, dear, and I'll see you at home.
In my new hat.
Yes?
Peter, would you please ask your secretary to bring in the research on the rutabaga spinach?
Ah, do better than that, sir. I'll bring it myself.
If that's not necessary, Peter, you have enough to do arranging the delivery dates.
Yes, I know, but I'm afraid Miss March is, well, she's out.
Out where?
Just out. I'll get that file to you in a jiffy, sir.
You're a man in a million, Peter. One wife stashed in the supply closet and another in the conference room.
Here you are, sir. That information you wanted on rutabaga spinach.
Thank you, Peter.
I was just telling Peter what an attractive wife he has. Oh, those adorable dimples.
Dimples? Greta?
Well, she only wears them on special occasions.
I didn't know you'd met Greta.
Well, not exactly met, sir. It was an across-crowded room sort of thing.
Exactly. And I'm looking forward to a much closer encounter.
Well, maybe we can arrange something for this evening.
Oh, no. No, I'm afraid not, Max. Evangeline and I are taking the 5:30 plane out.
Gosh, what a disappointment. You know, that's one of the worst disappointments I've had in a long time.
Well, we'll make up for it on the next trip for sure.
Great, I'll look forward to that. Well, if you'll excuse me, sir, I want to get back to those delivery dates.
You can see why I have such great plans for that young man.
Greta, where are you going?
To get Mrs. Brahms' purse. She left it at Mr. Brahms' office.
No, you can't go in there.
Why not?
I'll explain later. Just stay behind this door. Our job depends on it. I'll get the purse.
You get the purse. I'll get the padded wagon.
Funny.
Well, I guess that about does it, Addison.
And I am delighted, Max.
Yes, come in.
Excuse me, sir. I've come to get Mrs. Brahms' purse. She left it in your office. Ah, there it is.
Oh, I'll take it to her, Peter. We have to go to the conference room anyway. Mr. Cartwright wants to say hello to Mrs. Brahms.
Oh, but you can't do that, sir.
Can't do what?
Walk out there in front of all your employees carrying a woman's purse. I mean, what would they think? What would happen to your image?
I appreciate your concern, Peter.
Mr. Brahms, if you won't think of yourself, think of Brahms Baby Food Incorporated. Let me carry the purse. Oh, I'm sorry.
Peter, you've got work to do. I'll take care of it.
No, sir.
That's an order.
Yes, sir. I see you don't look rested. Back in the closet. Have a drink of water. Nice, long drink of water. Lots of water. Good, pure water. Drink lots and lots of it.
Well, it may take talent to be a bachelor and a bigamist at the same time, but to get out of it, that takes genius.
Coffee break time, girls. My treat. Lots of good food, sweet rolls, ice cream sodas, double chocolate malts. Get your hot dogs here, folks.
That's a wife.
That's a secretary.
That's a genius.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, I guess it's so long Cynthia, but I don't see what my being married does, huh? Well, okay.
Well, how do you like my hat?
Yeah.
That's an enthusiastic reaction. What's the matter?
That stuff of life's starting to get me down. I just lost Cynthia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I'm just about broke.
Well, thanks for the hat.
Oh, that's okay. I wasn't talking about that.
I know, but thanks anyway.
Actually, you look kind of cute in it.
I know. I've already used up my 6-minute phone call telling my mother about it. But I saved the $10 she gave me.
You know, Greta, you're going to end up being one of the richest women in the world.
And I could change into something to go with a hat and take us to dinner.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, well, I'm all heart.
Might be novel for a change. No ducking and hiding for a night.
Well, unless we run into one of your bona fide girlfriends.
Or one of your bona fide boyfriends.
Well, in that case, we could always go back to being good old army buddies.